With barely 2 years into its establishment, the CNG revolution has caught on with quite a number of Nigerians who regard CNG as a safer, surer, and sustainably affordable alternative to diesel and petrol to power their vehicles. Indeed, operators of tricycles, popularly called keke, have enthusiastically keyed into the program. In a symbolic launch out in Abuja on Independence Day, October 1st, 2024, 2,000 CNG tricycles, which had been retrofitted, rolled out for use by keke operators.
Mr. President have already spoken, and Mr. President has already delivered. We are here to hand it over to the Ministry of Youth and to enable our teeming youth population to benefit from this massive CNG revolution. These tricycles you see here are not just here to be used in Nigeria, they are also wholly assembled in Nigeria. In the factory in Shagamu, over 50 young people were trained in the last 3 weeks and are putting together this CNG tricycle. And many more of it is coming.
It gladdens our heads to see the launch of 2,000 CNG powered tricycle by the Ministry of State for Youth Development. We strongly believe in the vision of using cleaner energy to drive economic development and environmental sustainability.
By the time you begin the use of tricycle with the CNG, you realize the fact that in the past year that we were talking about PMS petrol, we were wasting our time. This is the time that you are going to enjoy the benefit of democracy. Because what we are talking about is clean gas that will help you, and the vehicles will not be suffering several levels of rebates, because it doesn't burn with carbon, rather it burns and sends out water, providing and protecting the environment.
And this initiative came up with a very long journey, and I was giving the kudos to the presidential CNG initiatives. It is a body that we've went so far, and we agree that it is the time for us to launch this and to make it together with the Ministry of Youth.
This wonderful initiative of Mr. President is worthy of commendation, and in doing this, we are not only empowering the youth, but also encouraging them to stay away from crime. We're empowering them to be productive, to be meaningful, and to realize that this administration means quite well for them. This project is going around the nation. So we are commencing with the Abuja project, and from there we move to all the parts of this country. So we use this opportunity to appreciate His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for this very wonderful initiative. The youths are praying for you. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I have the singular honor to formally commission this very project to the glory of God and to the usefulness of the youth of Nigeria. Congratulations.
A round of applause, a round of applause. Wow. Where not a youth fuel.
I'm very, very excited, and also I can say that we are very, very, very happy today for seeing CNG coming into Nigeria, and also through tricycles that is under our organization. We are very, very happy.
We are many that we are using the keke, and now if it's only this one, I can start with it and stop. They're not going to reach for us. So we want the government to increase the number of the keke.
Every day, we are drive keke in Abuja. We spend more than 12,000 for fuel subsidy every day. But now, if we are using this keke, it's 2,000 only CNG we will use.
Remarkably, as a testimony to the enthusiastic embrace of the CNG intervention initiative, an assembly plant in Shagamu, Ogun State, has invested massively in the production of CNG retrofitted tricycles, creating employment opportunities and boosting the economy of Ogun State and neighboring states. In the deliberate effort at transitioning Nigeria from petrol to a more dependable and reliable mode of transportation, the engineer Michael Oluwagbemi-led management of PCNGi engaged with the Nigeria Labour Congress and the National Association of Nigerian Students to provide CNG retrofitted buses for use by employees of the federal government in various ministries, departments, and agencies, as well as students in tertiary institutions across the country. A symbolic flag-off of the intervention initiative occurred in Abuja on Independence Day with 65 mass transit buses.
The PMS is a very expensive commodity. It's becoming expensive all over the world, not just in Nigeria. Therefore, this is one of those initiatives that the federal government has taken, led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to ensure that Nigerians do not just have transportation cut down for them significantly, but also encouraging what is happening the world over, transition from fossil fuels to cleaner energy. So the green initiative that the world is preaching has actually commenced in Nigeria today.
The promise that he has kept, and his promise is not to provide CNG buses, CNG kits, CNG tricycles. No. The promise he made when campaigning, when president-elect, and he did, he is keeping as president, is to intervene on the side of the poor and the most vulnerable in the aftermath of what we all knew were necessary macroeconomic reforms to set the country on the path of economic stability that would allow investment, that would increase productivity, grow the economy, create jobs, and achieve his overall aim for Nigerians, a better life, reduction of poverty.
This gesture is not only a welcome support for our unions, but also a clear reflection of the renewed hope agenda, which seeks to improve the welfare of Nigerians. The introduction of these CNG buses come at a critical time as a cheaper alternative to premium motor spirit, PMS. CNG presents a more affordable, sustainable, and environmentally friendly solution. The buses will reduce the transportation costs for our workers traveling to and from their working places.
The good part is at last one of the contentious issues is on ground, the CNG buses. I want to believe that it's just the takeoff, that clearly we will get more buses. Certainly, if we get more buses, the effect will translate immediately.
The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have kept to his promise. We remember during the national broadcast, Mr. President promised that in our visit to him, he promised us a way of calming down and bringing down the cost of transportation through the CNG buses. It shows his commitment to the welfare of Nigerian students, and we're proud of that.
I want to assure you that the Presidential CNG Initiative steering committee and management are fully committed to helping to ensure the execution of the President's vision to transition Nigeria from expensive, unreliable PMS and diesel to cheaper, safer, and more reliable compressed natural gas fuel transportation.
Congratulations. And to the benefit of the unions and all Nigerians in general of this state. Outright CNG buses.
of information, the labor leaders and other ministers here. Well, there is no conductor, the guys are not online.
The PCNGi has also encouraged partnership identification with the sub-national governments, states and local governments alike, to strategically drive the CNG program, which has encouragingly gained traction with state governments.
It was very important and imperative for the Army to key into this initiative, considering the fact that we have a large fleet of vehicles which we use in the daily task of securing the country. Therefore, the Chief of Army Staff is very proud and very willing to identify and cooperate completely with this initiative.
We, the Conversion Center, are fully ready to convert all the available cars. And we have all it takes to convert the car. And I want to also appreciate PCNGi for their cooperation so far.
However, even as the CNG program enjoys the buy-in of Nigerians, generating employment, upskilling technical competencies, encouraging massive investments in assembly plants as well as new energy vehicles, and incentivizing conversion centers, a major challenge confronts the program: meeting domestic supply obligations of gas feedstock at major service outlets across the country.
As for dispensing, the pressure is getting reduced.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But you want to maintain 200 bar pressure.
Yeah.
So you don't need a compressor to shore it up.
Okay.
To maintain that 200 bar pressure.
Okay.
So what happens is that this one is being discharged. Can discharge as low as 30 to 20 bar. So the compressor sucks it up, and shore it up to 200 bar continuously. So once you are like 200 bar pressure, 250 bar pressure, you have to take it away and exchange to the new one. Okay. That is still full.
Okay.
This one goes back to the compression station in Ajakuta.
We already have two in Abuja, two verified ones that we buy gas here in Gosa and the one at Kuba. Then there are other ones that they opened, that NNPC around Games Village, and there's one again around that Prince and Princess Gudu. But those ones are not selling yet.
The fact that it's not readily available everywhere around town yet. But I think with the stations we've seen in Gudu, in some of the NNPC stations, if they've started operation, at least that will scale up the easy to get CNG gases within town.
We have a lot of cars that is having CNG, but what is discouraging us is where to buy the gas every time. We have to take a journey from town to airport road to come and buy gas, which is wrong.
In Abuja here there are 5 NNPC filling stations that have already keyed in. We have NIFCO. So in Abuja, of course, if you convert a vehicle, you will easily refuel at the filling station. Of course, even in Kaduna, there is, well, that is not Greenville. Now in Nasarawa, there's Greenville. So gradually people will key in, and as they key in, of course, so many stations, it's not really a big deal, so to say, because once you have filling station, you just go and put the caskets and the dispensing pump. So it's the forces of demand and supply that will make people key in.
At present, the NNPC Limited, through its subsidiary, the Nigerian Gas Marketing Company, NGMC, supplies much of the gas feedstock to the Nigerian Independent Petroleum Company, NIPCO, which is one of the major service outlets for CNG refuel across Nigeria. Besides, the PCNGi also sources substantial gas feedstock in excess of 100 million scuff from the Gas Aggregation Company of Nigeria, GACN. To meet the increasing demand for CNG, a comprehensive network of supply and distribution outlets has been evolved by NIPCO. An online pipeline at Benin City, Edo State, receives feedstock from NGMC in Escravos, Delta State. Through a network of mother stations in Ajaokuta, Oron, Ibadan, Lekki in Lagos, and Ibafo in Ogun State, gas feedstock is further distributed to booster stations. Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, operates a booster station at Gosa with a spur to Ajaokuta, which is tagged a daughter station. Remarkably, by a process of cascades, the gas feedstock is compressed to achieve a 200 bar unit of pressure, which is then dispensed in cylinders and retrofitted in vehicles. The PCNGi embarked on a statewide rollout of the CNG Conversion Incentive Program in Adamawa State in a formal launch at Yola, the state capital. A strategic partnership with the Greenfield Liquefied and Compressed Natural Gas (LCNG). The formal launch was the first in the northeast geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Another major milestone, which aligns with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda and marks a new era in intermodal gas-powered transport in Nigeria, is the bold vision of integrating electric vehicles, EVs, and liquefied natural gas, LNG, into the Nigerian rail system. In a remarkably unique partnership with the Nigerian Railway Corporation, NRC, the PCNGi launched the historic leap in clean mobility at the Mobolaji Johnson Railway Station in Lagos.
And will be the biggest that will be using the gas. This initiative is also going to retrain our own engineers on alternate, greener solution to powering our human.
We're spending ₦1 trillion a month on subsidy. But we've solved that problem now with less than 200 billion naira in 2 years. So I think it's about smart use of money. Yes, we'd rather wait. We're trying to solve our problem overnight by importing poverty and exporting jobs, like we're doing under fuel subsidy is definitely not the way to go. What we're doing now is more sustainable. We're employing people, over 10,000 youths already employed in over 251 conversion centers.
Spurred by the vision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to evolve an eco-friendly green energy system, the PCNGi has sustained the process of driving positive change through collaboration with critical stakeholders in the recent launch of Project Special Palliative Relief on University Transport, codenamed CNG Sprout. In dynamic partnership with the Midstream Gas Infrastructure Fund, MDGIF, and Thermadec Energy Limited, the CNG Sprout project includes the establishment of refueling stations, conversion centers, and training programs in conjunction with faculties of technology and related disciplines in the initial pilot takeoff phase in 20 federal higher institutions of learning across the 6 geopolitical zones. Essentially, the CNG Sprout project entails creating a CNG ecosystem in tertiary institutions, deploying CNG buses and tricycles on and off campus, subsidizing conversions for lecturers' vehicles, and incorporating CNG into the curriculum for engineering students in strategic universities nationwide.
In transferring knowledge to the next generation, we are also developing synergies with the engineering departments of these universities, where we can include CNG conversions in engineering curriculums of these schools, so that students that are interested in learning more about CNG can tap from this resource, as we are going to have for the practicals, the refueling infrastructure there for them to use, and also our conversion centers that can act as workshops for these students. Now, these are interesting times for PCNGi and the CNG sector as a whole, as we're going to be affecting 1 million people directly with this initiative. We're so happy and excited about this, and I know that our youth will be so elated about this scheme.
A similar formal launch has also taken place at the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria in the drive by the PCNGi to deliver on the mandate of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure the provision of accessible, affordable, and cleaner energy to Nigerians. The CNG Sprout has been officially flagged off at the Yakubu Gowon University, Abuja.
As we unveil the first of the 20 projects today here in University of Abuja, I congratulate you, the University Committee of University of Abuja today. The first is coming here, among which is the first of the 20 across the country.
Indeed, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, if you recall, in his first address after May 29, 2023, when he assumed office, promised CNG buses, particularly on our campuses, as a solution to the cost of living crisis that beset the removal of fuel subsidy. Today, this morning, we are here fulfilling that promise after doing the needful to build awareness and an ecosystem for CNG in Nigeria. With conversion kits and technical facilitators, working with FEMADEC, we are planting the seeds of capacity building. Through hands-on training, students will not just ride on CNG vehicles, they will learn how to convert and to maintain them. This is a critical step in building a green-skilled workforce for Nigeria's energy transition. Project Sprout is more than just a name. As the name implies, Sprout. It is a symbol of our targeted intervention, powered by collaboration and guided by vision of Mr. President, can yield lasting impact. It aligns with the broader mandate of Mr. President and his Renewed Hope initiative to ensure that our energy transition is just, inclusive, and economically empowering.
Today we are celebrating another initiative, the compressed natural gas. Whoever knew things like this will come up when we have vehicles that run on cheaper energy alternatives, such as the compressed natural gas. We are also beneficiaries of some means of transport. We just received delivery of 5 18-seater buses that will be running on this compressed natural gas. And we have some other KK means of, we have received 10 tricycles that will also enhance transportation. And actually, when I came into our campus 3 months ago, the issue of transportation was very hot on the agenda from the voices of our students around when I was interacting with them around the hostels. So I want to thank you, Honorable Minister, and to commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for permitting this initiative. Indeed, we are having a leader that is sensitive to the new things happening, and I see transformation in our country.
We're launching commissioning CNG station where we would have staff and students alike who have their cars converted retrofitted for free. And the cost, if you convert the cost of CNG to PMS, it's about 80% reduction in price of servicing your car. You get that conversion for free here.
His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has made a firm commitment to prioritizing energy affordability, security, and environmental responsibility. Today's commissioning is a direct demonstration of that commitment in action. Through the presidential CNG initiative, we are not only mitigating the impact of recent subsidy reforms, but also laying the foundation for modern gas-driven transport economy. Project CNG Sprout brings us closer to that vision. It introduces university students and future leaders to a new era of affordable, safe, and environmentally friendly public transport powered by Nigeria's abundant natural gas resources. It is a powerful example of how policy can intersect with real, tangible impact in the life of everyday Nigerians.
The CNG program is a crucial and necessary investment intervention initiative which leverages the enormous gas resources in Nigeria in the transportation sector of the Nigerian economy. Remarkably, the PCNGi has attracted over $80 million investment inflows in the last 1 year into the Nigerian CNG program. Meanwhile, the Dangote conglomerate, with its 720 billion naira investment in the CNG program, has rolled out 4,000 CNG trucks in the midstream sector to facilitate transportation of petroleum products across the country. By pioneering the translation of gas resources into economic advantages through gas utilization instead of gas flaring, the PCNGi is defining an energy-secure future for Nigeria.
I see a cleaner future for Nigeria. I see a more energy-secure future for the country. But more importantly, I see a future where we have more energy security. And energy security is not just in terms of availability or reliability. It's also in terms of predictability when it comes to pricing. And that's the future I see for Nigeria.
With Nigeria's large market, highly skilled human resource, and of course abundant natural resources, the PCNGi has begun to attract foreign direct investments to partner with the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu administration and reinforce Nigeria's global player status in the deliberate and strategic conversion of energy poverty into sustainable energy wealth.